Hi folks, this is about actually the fourth attempt I've made of doing this video log today. Something's wrong with my computer. Anyway, this is a day of the solar eclipse. This is Karl-James Langford on channel 01 to 1975, video log for the 19th and 20th of March 2015, and the day that about 9:20 we've got it's the partial solar eclipse of the sun. I think 97% is quite sort of full really, but anyway, every 10 years partial eclipse of the sun, 84, 97% of the sun was covered by the moon. And it said in the past that only dragons could remove the moon from the sun. Did actually watch it myself, sort of very sort of superstitious about these things, and watching all those films when I was a child about you know, triffids and stuff, and people looking at bright lights in the sky and getting blind, and I thought I'd be one of those survivors saving humanity. Anyway, I don't like to be part of sort of all this I don't know, doing what everybody does. So I did look at the sun. I didn't do all that stuff. I just stayed in bed actually. But there were a few people quite excited, and somebody told me that they sat eating their breakfast with their wife, and they got these two binoculars reversed, projected on a piece of paper, looking at the this eclipse. And somebody else got really excited, the train guard, that he'd made this little projector out with a little box and a hole in it, Blue Peter style, he said, and he saw the image of the sun. So I thought that was great. It was sort of people were involved, and I know people, there were millions of people involved in this, but I just didn't want to feel part of it, because I like to do things differently, and I like to not force things and see how things go. It's been a really busy week, and the teaching on Thursday, I was teaching, looking at various timbers and in archaeology, and trying to make that really interesting, and it's difficult sometimes. I was teaching that again on Friday evening with some other students who wanted me to take them to look at an archaeological site where there's a sign of a some kind of structure in a field, so we'll probably doing that in the near future. I was trying to get the enthusiasm for the archaeology when I'm sort of acting when I'm teaching now, more than anything, as I've already said in my previous logs, and it's getting harder and harder to be enthusiastic about a subject that I don't want to teach anymore, but I've got to do it for the bills, and obviously I've got a loyal teaching base. So I was out with one of my students today, one of my students, because he's the only one who turned up, in a field in Lansford Major, and we were looking around, and beautiful day, pleasure to be alive, and saw this dead fox. It was unfortunate, and I don't like to see dead animals. It seems that on my walks I see lots of dead animals. Last week sheep, now this week a fox, and fairly new sort of deceased fox. Hopefully it's gone to a better life. Male fox, I think it was. And it's weird that going off on this walk and bumped into somebody who said, "Oh, how are things?" Blah blah blah. I didn't know who they were. I get many times like that. I come across so many people, I don't know who this person was, but that's a shame. Brendan said to me about a possible job in Ireland to do with something, and I should tell my students about it. And on the day that there's like this rehearsals for this piece, auditions, they're open audition, somebody contacted me a little bit later to say, "Oh, I'm going to Ireland on a date," and it was the same, more or less the same date of this audition. I'm thinking, do I actually go to Ireland now and check it out for myself? So, you know, there's that weird thing, sort of, you know, coming across a female friend of mine that's actually going to be there, and sort of at the same time, which is quite weird, meant to be, or whatever. And what else is there? It's just it's been a really busy week, and I bumped into sort of a few old friends today, getting in touch, and sort of it's been a day of catching up with different things, and new starts and all the rest of it. So anyway, everyone, thanks for watching, and keep in touch. Oh, and Jake as well, keep up everything with your work. And it's strange that Jake said he bumped into somebody, small world in acting, who had worked with me on a music video in July. Daz, keep sending the links to stuff, are really entertaining, and hopefully I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you very much for watching.